Hello friends, my name is Hako and Lighter just arrived in Zenless Zone 0, and I usually make these videos whenever a new character drops. It's a pulling guide to teach you how to get the most character for your buck. So some people are just gonna go for one lighter and some people are gonna go for no lighter, so they're skipping him. But some people are gonna, splurge a little bit because they've been really looking forward to the first event banner male character. And for those people wondering where to get the most power for your buck when it comes to lighter, let's talk about it. So lighter comes with a stun engine called the Blazing Laurel. This one is very much, tailor-made for him, and it is quite a good stun engine. Upon launching a quick assist or perfect assist, the equipper's impact increases by 25% for 8 seconds. That is very, very good. And it also makes his basic attacks apply wilt, stacking up to 20 times. And when any squad member hits an enemy, for every stack wilt applied to the target, the crit damage of ice or fire dealt by that attack increases by 1.5%. Only one of this effect can be active at the time in the same squad. So this, gives, unless I'm being stupid, 30% extra crit damage to ice and fire damage. And a massive amount of impact, which is very, very good. So it's a good engine. It's very tailor-made to him because he's kind of the only stunner that can attack that quick, except, Shingy. So it's a good stun engine. And he also comes with some really good Mindscapes. Mainly his Mindscape 1 is a really good one. Now, you don't need any of his Mindscapes to work, but Mindscapes will, boost an already good character. Among the debuffs imposed by the core passive accelerant, the collapse effect increases stun duration by 5 seconds. So, kind of one of Lighter's main selling points is that he stuns enemies for 3 seconds longer. With this, those 3 seconds turns into 5 seconds, while further reducing ice rest and fire rest by 10%. The more powerful finishing move that follows when Lighter's morale is completely exhausted during a startup light punch or jab combo deals 30% increased damage. So this one is very, very good. I'd say apart from his M6, which is obviously always going to be a character's best one, this is his best Mindscape. So if you want to splurge a little bit, going for Lighter's engine plus his M1 is a very good stopping point. If you can only pick one, it is often the tip and advice is going for engines before going for Mindscape. One, on the engine banner, the pity is 10 lower, and it's a 75-25 chance to get the weapon. Meanwhile, on the character banner, it's obviously 50-50, after you pull your first lighter. So the chance of you actually getting that upgrade or, getting another Colida, has to be weighed in. Me personally, just because the M1 is so good, I wasn't going to go any Mindscapes on him, but just because the M1 is so good, I will be going for the Mindscape because I want the extra stun window. I just, think that is fun. But the engine is super good. But I've lost out on the stunner banner more than once to Kalia's engine, so I have that quite highly invested. I also have Xingyi's engine. So I'd rather take the increased stun window. But my suggestion to you would be going for his engine and then his M1. If you want to splurge a little bit more, his M2 is actually good when applying collapse via core passive to enemies. The target stun damage multiplier increases by 25%, so this turns him more similar to Lycon. The increase to ice damage and fire damage provided by elation from the additional ability Define the Spirit increased to 120% of the original. So he can boost characters' ice and fire damage up to 75%. And this, this buffs that by quite a bit. And I'm honestly thinking he can become quite freaking scary with how much he can buff. I really want to test him out with my M6 Ellen. After that we have M4, which is sunglasses, and this one is kinda... It could be a lot better. When Lighter is off-field, the engine regen for the on-field characters increased by 10% upon entering the morale burst state. Lighter restores 4 energy for off-field characters. This effect can trigger once every 18 seconds. some more energy to the team. I would have liked to see these numbers cranked up a little bit. 4 energy, which, is 8, because you have 2 off-field characters. Every 18 seconds isn't a lot. Although 10% extra energy for like your main carry. It is good. I wouldn't say that it in any shape or form warrants going past M2, like just to reach this one. But I mean, if you really love Lighter and you're going for his M6 Survivor, you're gonna get it anyway. And it's not a bad one. Like, it's not a wasted Mindscape. And his M6, basically turns him into a DPS machine. Like, it turns him into the carry. Like, look at me, I'm the carry now. And it is a really good one. It helps with, morale generation. It helps with damage. It helps with days. It just does it all. It turns him into a freaking nuke. And me personally, I really enjoy M6s that turns, support characters into carries. I found those to be quite fun. So if you're watching and you're going for M6 Lighter and you manage to get him, please allow me to play around with him. I'd love to make some content with M6 Lighter. And if you're going for that, best of freaking luck. I wouldn't recommend it. But myself, I went M6 on Caesar just because, I just decided I'm gonna be a Caesar main. So don't let some YouTube dude tell you you're not, like, you can't M6 Lighter. Because if you have that innate drive in you, I think you should, but I also think you should let me play around with him if you do. So yeah. That is gonna be it. 1 Lighter and Engine. You used to be a little bit sure that you will actually get that power up, but his M1 is really good. I have Kolida's engine and I have Shinji's engine, so I'll be going for M1 instead. Even if his engine would be a better upgrade, I want the extra stun window. Plain and simple. So yeah. Everybody, best of luck in pulling in your Lighter. I'm just gonna edit this up, then I'm doing my pulls live over on Twitch. So hey, if you wanna catch that, catch me over there. But thank you so much for watching, best of luck, and until next time, Hako out.